Hey, this is going to be a quick door cancel leaf early tutorial, as opposed to like chest storage leaf early, or as more commonly seen leaf early with hovers, which you usually see in speedruns. This method is nothing new, it's always been known about, it's just that, and it's always been theorized to be the fastest, or kind of known to be the fastest, just that with the complexity of door cancel, specifically the limitations kind of places on the player with you being blind the entire time, it's kind of really unrealistic to reach the full potential of the time save. Luckily, there is specific events that can give you vision back and keep door cancel. One of them being the Killer Bee minigame, which was a hide and seek minigame, which we're going to be using. Which is kind of annoying because you have to go out of your way to do that. Like, it loses some time. But however, even with that crutch, you could say, of getting vision to make it more RTA viable, there's still some potential good applications for this door cancel leaf that could potentially save some time. Specifically, a potential 90% reroute that saves a little bit of time depending on what exactly you go for. So I kind of just want to make this to kind of shed light on door cancel leaf early, make it more understandable, have a better resource. So yeah, on the left I kind of put some guidelines on how the segment's going to look like. It might differ slightly depending on what exactly you're doing, like what category or what goal you have if you implement this. For example, you might get a sale, you might get it now, you might get it later, you might not get the sale, I don't know. So yeah, just to be able to start, we're going to talk to Miss Marie, because talking to her is what begins being able to do the hide and seek with the killer bees. You want to make sure to talk to her twice and then go past both of those dialogue options and click whatever one is there. I think it's the first one. And now we're going to get door cancel. So to get door cancel, we're going to go store Coral's text, because if you're familiar with door cancel, you know that you can only really do it with Coral's text, or I guess sturgeon text. We'll get storage here real quick. It might take me a bit. Never mind. But yeah, so we're going to want to do just a quick recap door cancel. I'm not going to go super in depth. I've done it in other videos, but to get door cancel, you're going to want to cancel the door opening animation with Coral's text by closing Coral's text in the middle of it, and it needs to be Coral's text. And once you do that, you'll get door cancel. So bring Coral's text up, start the thing, and then mash the text to close it. And then now we're going to want to walk towards the killer bees and make sure you talk to the main dude, Ivan, I think. I don't know. That wasn't Ivan. So if you're like me and failed that, you gotta find Ivan. Oh my god. There you go. Wow, we found him. And one really quick note that might have looked really stupid and really annoying to do. Fear not. It's not that bad, because just kind of an excuse for myself, I guess, is because I was explaining stuff and kind of wanted to go through this a little bit slower. It was kind of an awkward situation where I was already blind and they were like already over here. You can look at my low TED, but ideally that's not the case. Ideally they'll be like right here, and you'll have time to do the door cancel quickly and even start walking before the fade out happens towards Ivan, and then you can get it really quickly. I would recommend looking at my low TED. I'll link it below, how it'll cleanly look. I just kind of took it slowly because I just wanted to explain something, so it looked kind of like a worst case scenario. But believe me, I'm trying to spread my propaganda. This is a good way to get leaf. But that kind of looks bad, so I need to explain myself. But yeah, now we have door cancel. And to prove I have door cancel, I will jump towards this wall. Oh my god, I'm not lying. Cool. So now we're going to get double storage to go to Forest Haven. This is kind of the biggest crutch as to why it's really not possible without getting vision. Because it's just really stupid to get storage twice blind, because you can't pause, or double storage, because you can't pause in the second one. I'm saying I get storage on this ledge, specifically, because it's a pretty convenient NPC right here, and this is also just the easiest ledge to retry with door cancel, in my opinion. There's some other ones, but this is just the best. And also, if you noted, you can just like side L walk up this. You can also just normal walk, but you have to kind of go slow. The thing with door cancel, as you saw earlier, if I walk too fast, I'll save state again. I'll just go through it. So make sure that you slowly L walk to retry or come back. So now that we have our storage, we're going to talk to Sam over here to get our double storage with. And cool thing about him, he's stationary in there, so we can use him in ways with like other NPCs where if we keep him off cam, the thing will never progress. The text will never progress. So we have infinite tries. It's kind of cool. even now, even also another bonus, we can roll it over here without having to worry about the text going away. So now we're gonna come over here so that we can head towards Forest Haven and get our refills. Make sure to ideally close the text before you start charging and spinning around, because if you don't, you can't pause, and if you're spinning around, it might get kind of hectic to keep them on camera and cancel it, and then if you can't pause, this gets out of control. So once you get some refills, get the heck out, because most likely you'll maybe sploosh on the, or land on the dock, which is really annoying. And once you get enough speed, which I think I probably do, let's go towards Forest Haven. Forgive me, I'm on a different controller, so it's hard for me to hold ESS. And we're going to go towards Forest Haven, because we have double storage. We're going to eat this, but this is where it's going to kind of divot. Whoa, that was kind of cool. So what's going to be kind of different is we're not going to go towards Beetle. Actually, we're going to go towards the pond immediately, because we have door cancel, we can just pop up like that. Wow, really quickly. And now we're going to kill this dude. What I like to do is let him attack. That was dumb. Let him attack and then stab him really quick. Probably don't have to kill him. It's probably slow, but we're going to do like some things here, and he might get in the way. Up to you. One thing I want to kind of reiterate real quick before I go through this kind of scaling of Forest Haven is that this setup is very not set in stone and kind of bare bone, kind of very early on. So there might be better ways to do this. It's just kind of just what Glubbers and I came up with, and it works decently well. And I kind of just want to get this out there again. So now we're going to slash up the outside of Forest Haven, kind of similar to chest storage. Have you seen my video on that? The thing is though, door cancel's a lot more stupid with collision, so it's a lot more complicated, so it's a little more precise. So we're going to first, what we want to do is get on the standable collision, kind of like chest storage outside right here. And to do that, we're going to slash this wall with locked cam to get a specific angle. It has to be this specific one, not like the ledges over there are different angles, slopes, just this one. Just lock cam, slash up, the angle will set. And now we're going to want to get over here and line up in a specific way and then get running, like full walking speed, and then, or I guess running speed, and then clip through and land on the collision. And what I like to do to line up, it's not really exactly set in stone, but like this ear is kind of like on this part, this like lighter line of this dark texture. And hopefully, if you do that and get walking speed, you'll stand on the outside. And if you don't, you'll fall down. One cool thing though, kind of different than chest storage, is usually when you have chest storage, you fall down, it's really annoying, and you have to like go over here and click this corner over here and then clip back in, which is kind of annoying. But because of door cancel, if you fall, you can just immediately clip back up. I've never had that happen before. Well, okay. Clip back up and then just retry immediately, which is kind of cool. Now we're out here, be very careful, just 180 and then slowly walk up. And once you start walking up, you can get a little more loose with it. Now we're going to want to get into a specific angle and position. This is probably the most up in the air part. This is kind of how I kind of like to do it. There's definitely a better way to do it, so please feel free to figure this out and reach out to me if you figure out a better way to do it. What I like to do is turn my camera with C until the silhouette of this island, like the right side of it, is like flush with the right end of the screen. You can see right here. And then hold ESS up to make Link's angle forward with this camera angle, and then put Link in the middle, both horizontally and vertically, of like this white texture. So I'm kind of making like a plus sign with Link in this line. This is all approximate again. Feel free to find a better way, and you can do this way quicker. I'm just going through slowly to do it. Once I get this angle, I like to, or this position, I like to get an angle to start slashing up. What I have to look for is you see this first Japanese character, and you see kind of like this dark little line protruding right here. I like to put the character kind of just to the right of the end of it. Like so, kind of. And now once we do that, ideally, what you want to do is do a jump slash, and then just mash B to do some mid-air jump slashes, and hopefully you'll just scale. And let's see if that works now. And ideally, if the setup is good enough, we'll just void out on the bottom. Doesn't seem like that's going to be the case this time, but luckily if that doesn't happen, what will usually happen is we'll just go like this, and you'll void out anyways, which is kind of cool. And now, we are up here. Very cool. And now you have to go inside and do Deku Tree Cut and Skip. This is one thing I guess I should have mentioned at the beginning of the video, but I didn't. Is that one other kind of, I guess, caveat about this approach to Leaf is that you're going to need to do Deku Tree Cutscene Skip first try, because if you fail it, I guess I'll go in and kind of explain. If you fail it, it'll set your spawn point not for, because right now our spawn point, our respawn point is here, which is nice because we can just, once the leaf is here, jump to that bulb down there. I guess I can show, like so, and then we can just get the leaf. But if you fail the cutscene skip, your cutscene or your respawn point will be put like down here. And then you have no way to get the leaf, so you're gonna have to do Deku Tree Cutscene Skip first try. And if you don't, you either have to, if you want to continue, you either have to restart from before getting door cancel, or you're gonna have to go get door cancel again, which kind of defeats the whole purpose. So yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna do the scaling part one more time, just to have a seamless run through of it, because I think this is the most important part to kind of see be done. And I don't want to explain. I just want to go through it without me explaining a million things again. For those that just like to watch once I get walking up. And I don't think it's crazy precise, but I'm gonna go with a little more of a right angle this time, and hopefully I will void out this time as opposed to not like the last time where I jump slash down. It looks like that'll be the case. So yeah, just make sure to go for a little bit more of a right angle than I did the first time. Just copy what I did there, and then you should just void out. Yeah, and that's that. That's door cancel leaf. One quick thing I want to note. Like it kind of looks a little weird. Two things. Sometimes I think the stupidest parts of this setup are like this initial jump here. I feel like sometimes I just fail when I feel like I do it the same way every time, so maybe this could use some further development, but it's pretty convenient to just be able to jump. And secondly, I feel like for someone who's watching this might think that this whole position and angle thing, or specifically the position part's kind of stupid, what I'm doing where like I line up the camera and then change my angle so that I can like visually see this like plus. I agree it's pretty dumb, but this is kind of what led to the consistency for me, if it's kind of my excuse. I feel like if I tried to just eyeball it with any random angle, I would always get a poor position that would either lead to two outcomes that would always lead in failure. One, eventually the slashing would just fail and I would just stop climbing and I would fall. Or two, see if I can try to show it, is if you just jump slash, sometimes you'll just clip through. Not specifically into the loading zone, but that's what will happen. So yeah, that's kind of my reasoning behind the stupid position setup, but feel free to find something better. But yeah, that's it for Door Cancel Leaf Early. Hopefully this video is served its purpose and is educational. I'm trying to spread this propaganda of doing this Leaf Early approach because it's cool and could maybe be faster, but yeah. And that's all from me. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'll try to answer them, and also join the Wind Waker speedrunning Discord. I'll link that below. Cool, peace.